devices for the 2025 and subsequent elections. This is the first reading on this. Do you need to read that?
We don't have to do those readings if we don't.
Okay. And then item 3 under new business, ordinance 2025, amend ordinance 2020-4, order of procedure. This is what we do every 4 years when new council members or we take office. We go through a list of procedures and how we will operate. So this is going to be an order of procedure and relocate the city council meetings to 408 South Main Street. This will also be the first read on this, but we've been in here ever since this building has been built. We will be relocating our meetings to the administrative building, where we have all the paperwork and documentations and records and everything, but anything that may come before the council, which tonight, if something came up, we wouldn't have it. It's going to be down there. Now we'll be down there with those things. It's really going to be beautiful. It has a view of the river, and our maintenance department, they're building all of this out. This thing like this right here, they're building all of it out, and I saw it, I think Ben saw it today, but they're doing a wonderful job. It's going to serve 2 purposes. It's going to be in 3 different pieces that if we need to take it apart and move it somewhere else in that room for other events, we can turn it around and use those pieces to serve food off of or whatever. So it's really going to be neat to have that in place. Okay, item 4, approval to enter into an agreement with Fan Food Product Services to provide an online point of sale concession ordering capability at all concession locations. That's something that they felt like we needed that in order to keep our concessions. We have so many different ones, different places to keep them stocked, to keep them supplied.
Mayor, can I ask a question about that?
Yes, sir.
How secure will credit cards or debit cards be on that? As someone who has been hacked in the city of Wetumpka and had charges all over Florida, how secure will that be?
So the nice thing about that is that it's PCI compliant and it's handled through the credit card gateway service. So they have that responsibility. It is actually by moving to this system, it moves it away from us and it moves it to a credit card gateway processing company. And then they meet that compliance. So we're never involved with that. We're simply collecting the money. It's as secure as any electronic processing for your credit card that's out there.
I have a question as well. That fee, I don't agree with that fee because you shouldn't have to pay additional money just to use your credit card. It's a convenience for the city as well by going to non-paper. So why is that fee? And if we have to have a fee, then why not just increase the food item instead of that fee?
So for the fee, that fee rate is set by the credit card processing company. It's the same fee that we pay today with our rec desk program. The difference is that the city's eating that fee and we're not passing that fee along to the customers. We're actually engaging in what businesses do when they have increased their rates. We did increase that and we can take the convenience fee out, but we felt like it would be better to have that passed along and avoid having that fee reassessed to us and then having to figure out how to pay the credit card company back.
But right, that's the reason I said if you increase the food items, I'm not just using, say if a hamburger is $1.50, why not make it $1.75? And that way, with that extra money, then that can pay that fee to the credit card company.
I mean, we can certainly look at doing that, which is similar to what we do today, but it certainly cuts into our profit margins when we're having to pay the credit card company for processing that credit card transaction.
Right, because I'm just looking at it with me, you know, it's like, okay, if I sit there and order, if I bring some kids with me, not mine, but if I bring some kids with me and I've spent, you know, $30 or $40 just on my order, then in addition to that, I gotta pay, 2.9 or 3.9 or whatever it was.
2.6 and 2.9.
Right, in addition to that, I'm gonna be like, well, you know, y'all go stand in that line, you know, and I'll just pay it.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
go in that line and use cash, it won't come.
right, then you don't pay that fee if you use
Right.
cash.
But if you use that same card at Walmart,
You're paying a fee.
you pay a fee.
But you don't see
No, you do.
No.
It's 4% out of that.
Yeah.
it. Well, I mean, when I go to Walmart and pay it, I mean, I haven't seen it on my receipt. You know, I see the tax,
Right.
but I don't see a convenience fee, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, our assessment of that fee is consistent with what other Parks and Recreation departments do, where they have passed that convenience fee along to the customers and disengaged with that third-party handling of that to pay back the credit card company. It does streamline the process for us. But we can certainly eat the fee and try to charge higher, but if we charge higher prices, it can have a negative effect on how much we do sell. If they choose to make the decision to buy it with a credit card, like if you go to Chef's Barbecue or Woodcrafters, they charge you a different price if you pay cash. They charge 3% if you use a credit card.
Yeah, I can agree with Councilperson Tucker. Walmart does not charge a fee, but like Woodcraft and a lot of the smaller, the family-owned businesses that do pass that along, you know, but Walmart doesn't. Walmart doesn't, and a lot of them that. I had a question too, there was something about, will they have to download the app on their phone in order to do this? You're
You do
saying?
not have to download a mobile app. They can actually hit the QR code that will be scattered around the Parks and Recreation Department in the ballpark, and then they can bring it up. That was one of the enticements to it, is that as we have tourists coming in to play tournaments and be in events, they're not gonna want to download that app if it's a one-time show for them. So they can actually hit the QR code and it'll bring up the menu and they can place their order.
But like you do either or. You can
Right.
basically download your own app, you don't have to go up there to the light node and scan it.
If they're a frequent visitor to us, then they can certainly download the app out of the App Store or the Android store.
But they will still allow cash.
We will still allow cash for now.
So I can order a sausage dog at my house and come pick it up.
Yes, you can.
All right.
Please
Will
don't-
it
please
start being
don't do it
delivered?
tonight.
That's your flavor for the evening? Yes, you can.
I understand they're a hot item.
I think tell me if I'm wrong, but credit cards have always charged fees and everybody just ate it. But then probably 5 years ago, I noticed that especially at government places, they say, well, if you're gonna use a card, we gotta charge you 2 points, whatever.
You go to.
After the government started doing it, like, you know, in places, started at the state level, I think, and then it went on down from that, and now everybody's doing it. So I don't know that it's gonna stop anybody from buying anything, but, it hasn't ever stopped me from paying, even though it annoys me.
On the water here, what you were saying, it's no different from what we're already doing over there if you're using your credit card.
Yes, sir.
Same charge.
Same charge.
Okay. All right, anything else? Okay, item 5 under new business, approved addendum to agreement with Local Government Services LLC to negotiate franchise agreements with Southern Light and Windstream. What's that about?
So when we entered into agreement for them to negotiate ceasefire,
Yes.
they noticed that, we have Southern Light and Windstream on our right of ways as well.
Okay.
So we need to get a
That's just. including
franchise
these two.
agreement with them as well.
Okay, item 6, permission for First Baptist Church, Wetumpka host a community Easter egg hunt at Gold Star Park on April 16, 2025. So those are our items that we will look at tonight. I'm gonna go back to, proclamation. Mr. Brown, if you would, get these fine-looking people up front here, and Mr. Brown's gonna make a presentation to you, presenting the proclamation.
If I can have all 16 FFA members and Mr. Mims come forward, please.
If he starts barking any orders at you just because he's had this job, you still have to do it, okay?
It's a pleasure to have all of you with us tonight to see how local government actually kind of runs. And as a former FFA advisor at Wetumpka High School for some 38 and a half years, I've been right where this guy has been. I appreciate Mr. Mills and what he is doing. I would like, after I present this proclamation, the proclamation, let me get my glasses over there, please. National FFA Week, February the 15th through the 22nd, 2025. Proclamation reads, whereas FFA and agricultural education provide a strong foundation for the youth of America and the future of food, fiber, and natural resource systems, and whereas FFA promotes premier leadership, personal growth, and career success among its members, and whereas agricultural education and FFA ensure a steady supply of young professionals to meet the growth needs of science, business, and technology of agriculture. And whereas the FFA motto, learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve, gives direction and purpose to these students who take an active role in succeeding in agricultural education. And whereas FFA promotes citizenship, volunteerism, patriotism, and cooperation, therefore, I do hereby designate the week of February the 15th to the 22nd, 2025 as National FFA Week. Signed, Jerry Willis, Mayor of the City of Wetumpka. At this time, I would like to present you with this proclamation, and I would like for you to tell the delegation or any of your students what y'all are currently doing, and then after that, I understand we have a young, yes, ladies and gentlemen, a young lady who is going to do the FFA Creed. For those of you that don't know about the FFA Creed, it's 5 paragraphs, you remember? Absolutely. Yeah, you remember? It's 5 paragraphs long. And I'm not sure, I think Mr. Mims does it a little bit differently than I, because that was one of the first handouts I gave to encourage people who really didn't want to be there to move on out, because they had to memorize this thing. And I usually had them do it 1 paragraph at a time. I would do 1 paragraph, skip a day, and then would do 1 paragraph. Next week, we'd do 2 more than 1. I'm not sure whether that's what he does or not, but I understand that there are some in the state who say you do it all 5 at one time. Well, tonight, this young FFA member is, I assume, competing in the Creed Speaking Contest, which is a new contest relatively within the last 4 or 5 years or so, where they present this creed to the state in a contest, and she's going to do that for us tonight. But I would like for you or some of you members to tell us what to do, and we also would like to get a picture with the council and with this group together. So when do you want to do the picture?
Let's
We
do it
can
after.
stand up right now.
Okay? Y'all want to get closer to this way so everybody can kind of get in? All right, let's go. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
That should be good.
Okay? All right. If you want to tell us what you're doing, and then we'll have the lady do the speak cards.
Well, since we've returned from Christmas, we've been busy planning, preparing for upcoming contests. Our calendar's full from now until the first week of June. We want to have one of our officers take you a little update. But National FFA Week is based around Washington's birthday. Since he was an agriculturalist and a leader and then became president, he's recognized for his accomplishments and his leadership in the ag industry. We also use FFA Week to highlight the importance of FFA and ag education in training and teaching these young leaders of tomorrow how local government works, the importance of agriculture in everyday life. So this is a big event across the country, and we take pride in it, and we thank you, city council members, mayor, we thank you all for allowing us to come tonight. Thank you for signing the proclamation. We will have a breakfast. You guys will get an invite. You guys will get an invitation and the calendar to see what we're doing and what's going on. So we'd love to have you guys come join us.
Am I correct in saying that there are now over 1 million FFA members nationwide? There, when I was there, there's about 485,000, now there's over 1 million. That's a pretty bold statement. Thank you for being here.
How long can I have to memorize this creed?
2 minutes.
I'll let our FL Wetumpka chapter secretary, Ms. Chloe Ford, let her give you a few updates on what we've done and what's on our soon-to-be calendar.
Hello, my name is Chloe Ford. I'm the Wetumpka FFA chapter secretary, and I serve as a student advisor in my third year ag class. This past weekend was very exciting for us. We exhibiting our market pigs and cattle at the Otagoville Agribusiness Show. We had 3 of our members show their market pigs and 2 show heifers. And then we had 6 of our members come to show and help us, and they learned all the different steps it takes to show an animal for one of our shows. Our schedule has some very exciting events coming up. February 14th through 16th, some of our members will be given the chance to tour our Jones Junior College in Mississippi, where we'll also be learning about their new livestock show facility. And then we'll be visiting Louisville, Mississippi to meet the hometown Aaron and Ben, who also helped renovate downtown Wetumpka. And then on Saturday, we will be going to the Dixie National Livestock Show and Rodeo. So we'll be learning a lot about that. And then this event draws exhibitors and contestants from across the country and has a strong legacy. And then in March 12th through 16th is the Alabama Junior Livestock Expo and Rodeo. We will have 6 members competing in that show, and it'll be the State Livestock Expo and Rodeo. And then April 1st, our chapter will attend FFA Day at the Capitol, where we'll be taking a group picture with Kay Ivey. And then after the picture, we will be meeting with our representatives and senators to discuss ag issues and policies. Again, thank you, Mayor Willis, for signing the proclamation and recognizing National FFA Week. We have events planned for every day of that week, and I hope to see you all at our breakfast Tuesday for FFA Week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Either way. Right there, it's fine.
Okay.
She gets kind of loud now, see.
The FFA Creek by Ian Tippett. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturalists. In the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging. For I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life and hold an inborn fondness for those associations, which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturalists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe in less dependence on begging and more power in bargaining, in the life abundant and enough honest wealth to help it make it so for others as well as myself, in less need for charity and more of it when needed, in being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community, which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
My next speech, I'm gonna call on you to make it. Okay?
You're going to law school, I hope.
Okay. Roll call. Call order. Invocation be given by Councilperson Tucker. Pledge be given by Councilperson Robbins.
Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for allowing us to assemble here this evening. We thank you for the young people that have come out. We ask that everyone in this room be blessed entirely by your blessings. These and all blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilmember Robbins.
Here.
Councilmember Tucker.
Here.
Councilmember Justice.
Here.
Councilmember Gant.
Here.
Councilmember Brown.
Here.
Mayor Willis.
Here. You received in your packets a copy of the minutes of the council meeting held on January 21 of 2025. Are there any corrections to those minutes? If not, we'll entertain a motion for approval.
Second.
Justice Brown. Okay, having no old business tonight, we have some items under new business. First one is approval agreement between the state of Alabama and the Old County Commission and the city of Wetumpka for the conveyance of real property. So we can entertain a motion for that.
Yes.
And a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that has been approved. I need a pen. This one. Item 2, ordinance 2025, establishing the use of electronic voting and counting devices for 2025 and subsequent elections. It's first read. You want to read that, or do we have to read it? Okay. Yeah, item 3, ordinance 2025, amend ordinance 2020-4, order of procedure, and relocate the city council meetings to 408 South Main Street. This too is the first read. All right, item 4, approval to enter into an agreement with Fan Food Product Services to provide an online point of sale concession ordering capabilities at all concession locations. We can entertain a motion to move forward.
Make a motion that we move forward.
Okay, we got the motion and we have the second. Brown. Any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that too has been approved. And item 5 this evening, approve addendum to agreement with Local Government Services LLC to negotiate franchise agreements with Southern Light and Windstream, so we can move forward with a motion.
I'd like to make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Have a motion, we have a second, any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that too has been approved. And item 6 this evening, permission for First Baptist Church of Wetumpka to host a community Easter egg hunt at Gold Star Park on April 16th, 2025. We need a motion.
Mayor, that will actually be at the farmer's market.
Gonna be at the farmer's market, and they probably won't hide eggs at the cost of eggs, probably potatoes this year.
I move that we give, permission to First Baptist Wetumpka to host the Easter egg hunt.
Thank you for that, and we'll have a second.
Second.
Right. Any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that too has been granted. Again, what a privilege it is to have you people visiting with us tonight. We are your local government. We don't act like it sometimes, but this is the way it works. And we know that somewhere down the road, some of you may be sitting right up here where we're sitting. So you keep up the good work, and if I could get your phone number in case I need a speech made. Okay. Motion to adjourn. I'm sorry, wait just a second.
We adjourn. I need 10 minutes of your time to go into executive session. You got an economic development project, no vote afterwards, just need to discuss it.
Okay. So,
Before we do that, Lynn, we can add an item.
okay, let's take this up first.
Okay.
Okay. Need a motion to add something to the agenda concerning the airport.
So moved.
Need a second.
Second.
All in favor, roll
Roll
call.
call.
Councilmember Robbins?
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker?
Yes.
Councilmember Justice?
Yes.
Councilmember Gant?
Yes.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Mayor Willis?
Yes. Okay,
So we're surplus of the airplanes at the airport.
The airplanes that were part of an estate that has been settled, and we have worked with our attorneys to settle that, and they have been abandoned now, and they're on the airport, they do not run, they cannot be repaired, so we have gotten permission now, to surplus them, so I'm asking permission to surplus them and place them on govdeals.com or something like that.
so we'll need a motion to surplus these planes.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? You sure they won't crank and run?
I don't think you want them to.
Okay, got the airplanes taken care of. Now we're going
10 minutes.
to go into executive session.
Need a motion? motion.
So
Need a
moved.
motion?
I'd like to make that motion.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Ready to go?
Minutes.
Yes. We'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Right,